All right, peace and love, world. Welcome to another episode of Conversations with Zoe. This is Conversation with Zoe, episode 65 times Coach Gawuala. Peace and love, King. Good to see you, man. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
This is a blessing. We repping Brooklyn Saints football. You know, I got the turnover chain. You get this chain when you do something great, do something positive. So on the field. So I guess I'm doing something positive today. Shout out to We Are the Brooklyn Saints. Check out the docuseries on Netflix. You know, Netflix gave us the green light, you know, to do something positive, do something great. Introduce yourself, Coach Gawuala.
I'm Coach Gawuala from Brooklyn Saints, 9U head coach. I'm just out here doing it for the kids, man. That's just me. That's the type of person I am. If you've seen the Netflix series, none of that was scripted. That's me from day one to the day it's time for me to go up above. But, you know, that's just me. It's Coach Gawuala. Just a lovable person, learning from my mistakes as I go.
Absolutely. So let us know where you from.
I'm from East New York, Brooklyn. The heart of Brooklyn, the heart of East New York, you know, around the projects. They say negative things, but I don't consider nothing negative over there. It's positive when you look into the souls of the good people that's out there in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Brother Zoe here, you know, he out here in Harlem. He's a good person. So if you look into the souls of the people, everybody's good. So, I mean, we got our ups and downs, but we can't take away from that.
Absolutely. So, we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about the stories from Rikers. But first, what does football mean to you?
Oh, man, football means a lot to me. Knowing I'm coaching these kids and giving them an outlet to better themselves and get an education and use that education as a key to be a better person in life, and use football as a key to get that free education. It means the world just to help out someone indeed out there. So it's a plus.
So you're a high energy guy, so it's kind of hard to tame that energy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With football being on the mind, like, who gets to coach football in Rikers Island?
Oh, man. The coaches do, man. You know, us coaches do it. You know, in 2010, Brooklyn Saints was definitely on Rikers Island coaching, giving back in a hard way in the adolescent building. And it was a lot. And once you give respect amongst your peers, the respect comes back. And we did that as a unit and as a family. And we got a good outcome when we was in there. And it was a good look. And, you know, it was a good feeling. It's priceless to know we can help out behind the cage and help the adolescent out and show them something bright. So when they do come home, they know they got a good future. And it also a great feeling is me personally. I get to walk down the street and a couple of these kids come home from being behind that cage and they see me in the street and, you know, give me a hi, or one kid done went out and bought me some lunch, and, you know, that's good just to have that feeling, just to thank me for coaching him for the little bit of time we did on Rikers Island, and that ran a long way with him, and it runs a long way with me also, so it was great.
I mean, that to me, it resonates with me, you know, having family members have been to the island, and it's just crazy to hear something positive from the island. You know, somebody went and chose to be there, and the fact that you were doing something so impactful that they called you back, and you would get the other coaches and on your spare time and just be like, yo, we out to the island.
Yeah,
and that sounds crazy even in itself. Like, just to be like, yo, we out to the island.
We just out, just go up there, and, you know, we just one hand wash the other, both hands wash the face. You know, we go out there and you know, train these kids football, make them do push-ups, and show them the fundamentals of football. A lot of them played football when they was youth, and they, you know, we try to also teach them life is just a mistake. You just made a mistake, and life is, you can get back from it. Don't take this and down yourself or beat yourself up. So, you know, it was great to do that, and, you know, it was wonderful, man. That was just very priceless, and that's just something on the bucket list that I was able to do. And knowing, being on the opposite side of the cage and being a prisoner, or being one of them at one time, and now being on the other side of the cage and giving back to them, that was beautiful, and it felt good. So
yeah. No, absolutely. So you've coached football for many years now. Talk to us about your playing career. Like, how did that go?
Wasn't good, bro. I never played organized football before. You know, I was just we was bunch of kids get together, we make a team and pick a team. We go out on the field and we play football. Or a couple of guys get together on a block. It'd be my block, your block, and we play tackle football.
Yeah.
I did try out one time for organized football team. I really didn't like it. I was fat and lazy at the time as a young kid. I wasn't into this working out or that running stuff. So at one practice, I was like, no, I'm not doing it. So I really didn't get a chance to play organized football, but I definitely was into sports, into all sports, whether I was good at it or not. Whether I tried it, and I just kept trying, bro. Like, you can't tell me I'm not. Like, I'm not the greatest basketball player, but if I get on that basketball court, I feel like I'm Jordan or I'm Kobe. You know, you can't tell me no different. So I just try to proceed it just like that, man.
Absolutely. So I teach at a school in Harlem. I grew up in the South Boogie. I do a lot of motivational stuff, you know, back home in the Boogie. You grew up in East New York. So how was your life growing up in the hood?
Growing up in the hood, I can't take nothing away from the way I grew up in the hood. You know, as a young kid, my mother did the best she can, raising 6 of us in a 2-bedroom. You know, I can't take nothing away from her. I would never take nothing away from her. She, like I said, she did the best she can to play mother and father, both sides of the role.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like, I feel like having grown up in it, you're able to see, like, you relate to the kids on a different level. And I feel like sometimes there's sort of kind of a disconnect when people not from our area come and try to patrol, like the cops, or even coach. I don't feel like there's no connection. So if there's no connection, there's no relationship, how does the bond ever happen if you're really not trying to see me as another person?
Exactly.
And I feel like the work that you do is so important because everybody's a person. Everybody's a human being. Everybody has a story.
Right.
And because you come from that same environment, I feel like that's how you're able to have so much success. You know,
that's a plus. I mean, we all come from the jungle, man, and for you to live in the jungle, you got to be able to survive in the jungle and live in the jungle, man. If you're not from the jungle, you come into a jungle, you know what's gonna happen to you. You're gonna get eaten up in the jungle. So I mean, you know, I was raised in the jungle, Brooklyn, East New York. It's the jungle, but it's my hometown, and I love it. You know, and the kids that's in it, whether the Bronxville, East New York, Bed-Stuy, Flatbush, Bushwick, Brooklyn is Brooklyn at the end of the day. I love every kid in Brooklyn. Whether he plays for the Brooklyn Saints or he don't play for the Brooklyn Saints, he crossed my path. He got love from Coach Gawuala. That's just a period at the end of the day. You know, so that's what it is.
Yeah. So for the kids out there, you know, a lot of my work is, you know, targeted towards the youth. So, like, what would you say is the importance of academics?
Oh, it's very important of academics, man. You gotta have that academics to further yourself in life. You know, when it comes to being sports, you want to play sports, the first thing they look at is your academics. You don't got the academics, you're not going nowhere in sports. Nowhere. I don't care how good you are. Teachers is gonna pass you and skip you, but at the end of the day, are you really learning? You're not learning nothing. You're taking an easy route, you're going the easy way about it, and you're never gonna go far with it. So go hard with it, break your back, break your neck, break your tailbone, study hard, get stressed. At the end of the day, when you pass that test and you do good and you made it through life and you graduate, you walk across that stage, man, easy. That's what it is, man. That's why I say easy, because when you go through the hard times and you make it through the hard times, at the end of the day, easy. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's big. So, you know, you're such a positive person. I consider myself an extremely positive person. And it's kind of hard to see, like, how are these two men like this coming from East New York and coming from the South Bronx?
Right.
So, who were your positive role models?
Oh, man, my positive role models was my mother, my grandmother, my grandfather. You know what I mean? Those are my positive role models. I looked up to them a lot. I cherish everything they taught me. I'm the way I am because I am my mother's child.
Yeah.
Everybody that knows me and seen me growing up or knows my mother from being in family parties, and boy, you know that lady came to turn it up, and she made her statement every time she came.
Yeah.
So that's just me carrying on her legacy and just doing what I do, you know. But that's That's her. I'm living through her. She's not here, so every time, it's just every day. I try to wake up, play a little salsa, listen to Spanish music, talk to my grandmother, my mom's through that, and let them know, I'm living through you. What you showed me, I'm going to continue to push it and make sure it goes far away. So
absolutely, man. That's it. Definitely, you can see, you're definitely making her proud. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? For sure. I share the same pain. I lost my pops when I was 22.
okay,
So I definitely know what that feeling is like. His anniversary was the 15th of this month. So,
wow,
birthdays, holidays,
it's never the
anniversary,
same.
it's never the
Yeah,
same,
never the
but
same.
you're here to push through,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's crazy, to seeing you on Netflix, we were able to connect,
Definitely, it was a
and
beautiful
now we're here on
connection. Yeah,
Conversations with Zoe,
yeah,
what I'm
it's a
saying?
beautiful connection too. Like I felt the energy when I spoke to you on the phone, and I told myself it's a must. I come out and reach out to this man. He reached out, took his time to reach out to me. I have to reach out to him. I feel the same way on my Instagram and my Twitter, Facebook. Anybody reach out to me, you took a second to reach out to me and tell me you was inspired about watching the Brooklyn Saints or whatever you felt or whatever came to your mind and your heart at the time of you watching that Netflix series. I feel like I could take my second out and reach back out and show love back, man. Because one thing I learned is love overpowers that hate by 10. I got that from one of my favorite rappers, Jada Kiss, and that's real, man. That's real. So just gotta stay a
Shout out to
positive.
Jada, man. He's
Yeah.
definitely top 5 that are alive.
Top 5 that are alive.
I'm happy I could say I met Jada a couple years back.
Met him when I used to coach at Mo Better, the other organization that started me, really started us from shifting from Mo Better to the Brooklyn Saints. But yeah, we definitely went up to Yonkers and we played against his team up there, team that was up there. He was around and he showed mad love to the kids, showed love to the coaches. So yeah, I tip my hat off. Salute to Jada Kiss.
Yeah, shout out Jada, man.
Oh, LOX, yes, big up.
Absolutely, man. So, how did you get the name Coach Gawuala?
Oh man, one of the guys in my building, Uncle Frank, he just gave me the name Gawuala Gawuala. Every time he see me, he'd just be like, yo, Gawuala Gawuala. And I don't know, I just stuck with it and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna run with it, man. I'm just gonna turn this name into something positive and just run with it wild as far as I can. I took it to the football field and the kids took the energy that, the energy I get from them. I poured it out. They ran with it. I ran with it. Everybody I know calls me Gawuala, my coaching staff, the kids, the parents, the family members that know my government, they call me Gawuala. The friends I know 15 plus years before Gawuala even was invented, they call me Gawuala. So, that's just something I just gotta keep it moving, man. It's just a movement.
It's crazy. I had a coach. He coached me a couple years ago at a camp out in the Hamptons.
Right.
And he was pretty strict. And I'm like, yo, as a coach, you gotta loosen up a little.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have your sternness. You're gonna be stern, but you also gotta have a cool side of you. So I'm like, yo, you need a nickname, bro.
Right.
Cause my name is Lorenzo, so I'm naturally Zoe. So that's why Coach Zoe flows naturally.
Easy.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Easy. You know what I'm saying? His name is Steve. So I'm like, yo, Scuba Steve, from the Adam Sandler movie, So the kids went crazy with it.
They loved it.
And then, they found out, they saw the movie, and then the parents is in their 30s, so they know
what you was talking about.
And I was like, you see, now you had a great summer. The kid, you still got to be you, but you gave them something to relate to, something that wasn't so serious.
Yes.
And as a coach, we have a serious role, but you still got to give them something to connect to. And Scuba Steve was the greatest. So shout out to Coach Scuba Steve.
Shout out Scuba Steve. Bro.
Yeah, so that was great. So we're gonna start the transition, and what makes you go so hard for the kids?
I have to, man. If I don't, who's gonna do it for them besides their parents?
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm the closest to them, the closest thing to them on that field.
Yeah.
So let the celebration start with me and let it start now on the field before they get to their parents.
Yeah.
Because I preach to the parents, man. I tell all parents, I tell the kids, I am your mother, I am your father. I'm the beginning of your bloodline. And I say that to me I need your full attention
Yeah.
when it comes to teaching you the fundamentals of football. You know what I mean? So now, if I can get you to understand that, yeah, I'm gonna celebrate when you give me the littlest things I need to be done. I'm gonna make the world understand, and whoever's out there in that field know the Saints is here, and this is what we doing. Win or lose, we here, and we're gonna celebrate.
So then, I know for me as a coach, like we spoke about it earlier, but it goes beyond what happens on the football field.
Yeah, definitely does.
So why care about what happens off the field with your players?
And you know, I have to care about them, bro. A lot of the players, a lot of these kids might not have that good home. They might be going home to somebody beating on them or watching them mommy get beat on. And, you know, people try to attend to keep what goes on in their house at home and step outside, smiles and riches, and nobody would never know nothing. You know, and a kid don't speak, he'll code it in and bottle it up. So, you know, I just do what I do and just try to let them know what you do on the field. If I tell you it's me and you against the world on the field, that means it's me and you against the world off the field, on the field, wherever you at, bro. It's me and you against the world. So I can't stop, and I have to, bro. It's just what's in me and what I preach to these kids, and I don't want them to ever feel like, yo, coach, it says me and him against the world, but when I need him, he wasn't there. Nah, I don't want that feeling. I had that. I know what that feeling is. To depend on something or depend on someone. And, you know what I mean? Like, that's not a good feeling. At a young age, it's not good. So a lot of times I try to relate myself when I was that kid's age and just, you know, just run with that, man. You know, it wasn't perfect. You know, I went through a lot of struggle but you know, these kids go through the same struggles I went through, and we can relate. So we can relate, then we can move forward and just turn this negative into a positive. And let's smile. Let's make something happy. Let's make a good memory.
Absolutely. So that this is a perfect transition to my next question. But like a lot of us don't come from I love yous. Another episode of Conversation with Zoe, if you guys date back, the episode is about being raised on survival and not love. You know, my parents are from Honduras. A lot of our parents from us Black and Latino, Latinx backgrounds, they're not from here. A lot of us are first generation.
Right.
So a lot of our parents and grandparents came to this country to work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I love you was the light is on, food in the fridge,
roof over
you got
your
a
head,
roof over your head. That was love.
Yeah.
But it wasn't verbal. It wasn't expressed. It wasn't that hug. It wasn't that nurturing, endearing environment.
Right.
So for you, what is the importance of saying I love you to these children?
That's very important. They might not hear that at home. They might not hear that, period. So that one time they do hear it, and if they can feel it as they're hearing it, it's priceless, bro. You warm a kid's heart up with your words. You can destroy a person and build a person with your words. Wordplay is very strong with us minorities. We'll destroy ourselves from what the next person said to us, bro. You know what I mean? So, you know, let's stop that. Let's give out more love to these kids and let's let them know, yo, I love you. Let's let them know there's someone out there that loves them. Whether they do hear somebody at home tell them I love you, or they do got somebody that give them a hug. Give them more love. Give them another hug. Because there's another kid that might not get none of that.
Right.
So you don't want no kid to feel one way. Oh, Coach Gawuala love him more than he loved me. He always telling him he love him. He don't tell me. No, kids look at that also. Yeah. Just because a kid at home and mommy and daddy tell me they love me, but Coach Gawuala don't say it. He say it to the other kids. No, Coach Gawuala love all of you like you mine. Whether you hear it or not, I'm gonna say it to you.
Absolutely, that's deep, man. I mean, that's the importance of it, and I resonate with that, you know, because being a black man in the South Bronx is not easy. Being a Latinx black kid in Brooklyn is not easy. Right. So I think a lot of our parents, especially coming from immigrant backgrounds, they may not really see firsthand, like, what it is that we're going through. Like, they're seeing the world through their lenses.
Yeah.
And we're seeing the world through the lens of, this is real right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the trenches. I'm in the mud. I got to maneuver through this every day.
Yeah.
You know, and that was one of the biggest things that happened to me, just to share something. When I went to boarding school, that was the first time I ever felt completely safe. Because I was no longer in that environment. No one's going to rob me. No one's going to jump me. I don't got to run home. I don't got to run here. I don't got to run there. So that's when so now as I start to play everything back, I'm like, yo, every child deserves that same feeling. Yeah. Just to be a kid.
This is why me and my coach, Coach Mo, you know, we try to take these kids camping, man, as much as we can, just so they can feel that same feeling you felt. I could come out this tent, or I don't gotta hear sirens of police and worry about gunshots, and this kid down the block don't like me because my friends with this kid, and you know, this is why we take them camping. This is why we try to do as much as we can with these kids and have fun with them, because it's fun for us. I love camping. It's fun camping for me.
Yeah.
You know, so if I have fun for me, let me take a kid too. Let's have fun together.
Yeah.
Let's have fun. Let's be a family, man. Because you know, it like I said on the thing, man, it takes a village to raise a child, and it's not easy, bro. But one thing I'm not gonna do is stop.
Yeah.
I don't care how hard it gets, man. I mean, I've been through a lot in life, and I'm still here. So I feel like anything harder that's gonna come, we're gonna get through it. And we're gonna try to get through this together. So I try to give a lot of love to these kids and show them, yo, like, it's more than just being in Brooklyn. It's more than just being in Harlem and the Bronx. So in Queens is bigger than Nino Brown. You get your education. You can explore the world, and it's beautiful when you start exploring and seeing different lives of ethnics and different lives of, you know, it's beautiful, bro. You never know that somebody, like, I'm telling you, man, I didn't know I was gonna get this type of feedback from this series, and I got people hitting me up on the gram like they can relate to what I went through and what they seen on Netflix, and they relating with me, and the heartache and pain of losing a parent and having to lose a son. Yo, bro, like that's deep. Like, you can affect someone on the other side of the world that's going through the same pains as you, and you will never know. You know, so bro, let's just get out there. And I mean, we can't save the world, but we can try to save one person at a time. So
absolutely,
me and you, we're gonna have to do this together, bro. You doing your side, I'm on my side. Give me
three. That's a fact. Easy. That was natural right there.
So that's how we gotta do it, man. Because man, it's the way society is going. It's just pumping so much negativity that these kids don't have a future, bro. These teenagers don't even think they have a future, not knowing they have a future. There's a bright light
at the end of the tunnel. Absolutely.
I'm a proven fact of going through this dark tunnel, man. I know what it is to walk through the dark tunnels and the dark valleys. I got to my light. I'm touching it. I'm seeing it. I'm here. I'm not fully involved, but bro, I can feel the warmness from it. So if I can do it and I can get through it, man, and believe in my higher up above and the God, man, listen, you can do it too. You know what I mean? So
100%. That's major right there. And that's exactly why I shot my shot. I was like, I gotta reach out to this dude. And I sort of kind of caught it at a good time because it was still really fresh.
Right.
Like, you guys had just released. I want to say you was probably new to the gram.
Yeah. I don't do social media, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not on social media.
Yeah, so I'm like, yo, bro, this energetic, amazing coach only has like this many followers. He has to be new. So I'm like, yo, like, it don't hurt to try and reach out to him. And whoever runs y'all, We Are the Brooklyn Saints is tremendous. You know what I'm saying? Because I reached out to whoever runs that account, and they was like, yo, you can reach out to him here and stuff like that. And I started reposting you guys stuff, and you reached out to you got back to me. And then when I got the email from Netflix, I was like, oh, like, this might be for real.
Yeah.
And then when they were like, like, we're going to let you know if it could happen or not. So I'm like, oh, wow, like, this is big. Like, this is bigger than both of us. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got I'm getting emails from Netflix now. This is bizarre. And then when you called me, I was making dinner for the fam, and I was just sitting in tune with the conversation. I think we spoke for like 40 minutes, Coach.
Definitely. Then we were like 45 minutes.
Like 45
minutes to the hour. We stood on the phone, and that energy was just there, bro. Like, I mean, it was there. It was a plus. Like I said, man, people reach out to me, bro. I feel good. It make me feel good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna reach out back, man, and we could build on something, and we could work something, and uplift a kid or uplift a family. And let's do it. Let's do it together, bro. Let's build a bigger village.
Absolutely, man. I'm definitely from that era of it takes a village to raise a child. You know, I definitely know it. If I was locked out, I could go to my neighbor's crib, or I could go have dinner at this person's house. They could come to my house.
Yeah, that's how it
like,
be.
I feel like
spend the night or that. Knock on, yo, mommy need a thing of milk, or then it's our song about Obichuela. Toma, no te apures, está bien.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, I feel like because the community has sort of kind of gone away from that, I feel like that's why you have so many kids growing up so ruthless.
Yeah. Because
they don't got no OG checking them. Like, I always talk about, shout out to my neighbor, Mr. Benton. He lived in Georgia now. He retired.
Okay.
But I knew if Mr. Benton spoke to you, it's because something wasn't right.
Got you.
But if not, he had nothing to say to you. But that's the kind of people you need.
Yes.
Because remember, parents, it's only 2 set of eyes, maybe 1 set of eyes if there's 1 parent. But you can't see everything.
Right.
That's where the neighbors come in. You know what I'm saying? To check you. Like, yo, get off that tree. Yo, what are you doing? Yo, pick that up. Yo, throw that out. Yo, watch your mouth. Like, over here talking crazy. Like, you know, you make it out talking crazy and you think about listening, and one of your neighbors is like, hold on, come on, man, what you just say? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's where respect comes in. You know what I'm saying? Staying on 10, you know, no matter what, and also respecting your elders and knowing, like, even if they wrong, you can't cross that line.
You gotta respect them.
And that's why I know I'm very black and white sometimes. But Coach, that's non-negotiable.
Yeah, that's definitely. You can't disrespect your oldest. I mean, whether they wrong, just gotta suck it up. A lot of times, I mean, in life, period, just gotta know how to suck up a lot of things, man. And I learned that as I've been going on. I've been learning. I mean, oh man, it's real. You have to learn how to suck up a lot of things and grow a thick skin.
Yeah,
you have to, because man, if you don't, you're gonna let life. You can't let life control you. You have to control life itself. You know, when they say life's a bitch, nah, man, it's what you make out of life.
Yeah.
If you're calling life a bitch, it's because you made that part of life to be a bitch. You know, I mean, I say it myself at times, and then I gotta check myself after I say it, because I say, yo, life's a bitch, but yeah, who made this life to be the bitch? Only one person to do it, and it was myself. So I gotta check it. So, like I tell people, man, check yourself at times, and you'll be all right, man. You know, sometimes people tell you things. It's not to destroy you, man. They're trying to tell you something. Just check yourself on it.
Yeah.
If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, then forget it. Throw it out the window. It's about nothing.
Yeah. That's facts, man. You gotta self-reflect. You know, and be able to self-assess yourself, you know. And I feel like being an adult, another word that starts with an A that's not easy is accountability.
Yeah. That accountability goes a long way. And it's hard for a lot of people to take accountability on a lot of things, man, because the truth is very real.
Yeah. And
the truth can get ugly. It's just
even as a coach, being able to tell your players, I was wrong.
Oh man.
That lets them know we're not perfect. Nah. We're human.
Yep.
But we're also gonna check ourselves when we're wrong. There's times where maybe whatever the situation was, but the kid was right.
Yeah.
And I know I was more in the moment. I was in coaching zone that I might have shut him out. And I caught myself. But I know he's a man at the end of the day. He's a young man.
Mm.
So I would want to show him that another man could say, I'm sorry, and I was wrong. And own it.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make you less of a man, no matter how old that kid is.
No, it makes you, if anything, it makes you more of a man when you can own up to your mistakes, you own up to your man, you go take your own ups, because I do a lot of that, man. You know, one thing I preach to my kids every season, man, you show me a perfect person, I show you a perfect liar, bro. You know, I do make mistakes. I'm not perfect. You look at me as a coach, I put me on a pedestal as a coach, and you look at me as a role model highly. You know, I'm a regular person. I get stressed. I go through ups and downs like life throws at me.
Yeah.
And I just gotta get through it.
Yeah.
You know, I just get to the field and just know how to listen. What I'm going through is no more about me when I get to the field. It's about these kids.
Yeah.
So we got to tune it out, man, and just turn it up for these kids and have fun, man. Once you have fun with them kids and you make them parents smile, you make these kids smile, you put a stain in their heart for life. They'll always, remember you. When they get my age, oh, Coach Gawuala, yeah, that was one of my best coaches. He was one of the energetic coaches.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you, I ain't going to lie, I don't feel like there's another coach out there. Not to say that don't love their kids like I do, but I don't feel like I haven't seen another coach. I'm a cheerleader for my kids, a coach. I'm everything all at one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. Every coach I've ever been around, or they just a coach. The coach is just a coach.
Just
they
a coach.
That's
it.
Yeah. Watch the play get executed.
Yeah.
I just want to be a little different, put some spice on it, and and it worked out for me. So I just got to keep going because that's the energy that we need right now, bro. We need a positive energy with everything we're going through with this pandemic and everybody going through what they're going through in life. And parents is losing work and kids doing homeschooling and not being able to go to school and be with their peers. And, it's a lot. So even before the pandemic, before everything, I just try to make a negative into a positive and just try to make the energy to a high standard, so somebody can go home with that energy and feel good about themselves. Somebody might wake up that day and not feel good, and just behind coming to a game and seeing Coach Gawuala jump up and down like a cheerleader for these kids, might set something off for them. Maybe want to go home and make them feel good. Hey, we're gonna eat some steak and lobsters tonight. I feel like cooking out of my heart. So the little things in life. So
I feel like, as far as not everybody's built to coach.
No.
But a lot of coaching is very detailed. And I want to give coaches out there their flowers as well, because it's a very, very underappreciated industry. Because we spoke about it the other day. If you coach, you work weekends.
Yes.
Mandatory. No questions asked.
If you coach, there's no stopping coaching, bro. If you're a real coach and it comes from your heart, you coaching 24/7. You sleeping coaching. Because like I said, if it comes from your heart and you're a coach that's for the kids, while you sleeping, you're thinking about these kids, bro. While you thinking about your own family, you're still thinking about those kids because they're part of your family. So you think about them. Oh, did that kid eat tonight? That kid's sleeping. He do his push-ups. You just seen before I came. I had a 4-year-old kid.
4-year-old man.
That's my little dude right there. He hits me up all the time. He gets on his little tablet. Yo, coach, what's up? You did your push-ups. I make sure he do his push-ups. I make sure he doing good in school. Not a couple of days ago, mom's told me something about him, and it didn't take too much for me to say anything. I just actually looked in the camera and wanted to ask him what had happened. The kid was just so hysterical. He broke down and started crying because of the respect he has for me as a coach and as a man. And, I don't treat him no different because of his age. You see the way I spoke to him on the phone, like he's one of my mans. Yo, what's up, man? What you up to? What you doing? You did your push-ups today? Just checking on him. And that's a beautiful, beautiful feeling. I got another one, little job. Oh man, these kids is just so blessed. I'm just so blessed to come across these kids. They say them kids is blessed to come across me. Now it's the other way around, bro. Us coaches is blessed to come across what we come across. Because if these kids don't come into our lives, we won't be coaches, we won't be successful, we won't be the men that we are today. That's why 1, 2, 3 salute these kids, man. Because if it wasn't for you, it wouldn't be no Coach Gawuala. It wouldn't be no Brooklyn Saints organization. So I salute the parents, the kids that come out and really put in that work and put in that pain to make something happen. So it's real, man.
Yeah. Before we transition, for those teachers or coaches or anybody who doesn't really come from where we come from in the inner city, in the hood, who's a little out of touch. You may not have grown up or been raised in a position where you financially you struggle, or you had to worry about, LeBron talks about a food pantry, and when he went to his white friend's house, he just found out what a food pantry was. That's not your reality. Is not the reality of everybody else.
Right.
So when we talk about finances, kids are going to school remotely now, right? For a little while, for a couple months now, since last spring, almost a year now, right? So say Coach Gawuala and his wife work, and say Coach Gawuala stays home with the kids, wifey goes to work. It's only one household income now, not two. It was two before, so it was it was less stress.
Yeah, now it goes down to one.
Now it goes down to one. That's a lot of stress. So try to connect with who you're teaching and who you're coaching and who you're working with, because your reality is not everybody's reality. Neither is mine. And I feel like I've had it pretty good. It was rough, but the second half of my life has been pretty lit, and I'm very blessed to be able to say that. But one thing I do realize is that I think when it comes down to finances is the disconnect, where people don't understand like that kind of struggle.
Oh yeah, that struggle is real. That disconnect, man. When you have two incomes coming in and it gets shut down to down one income, that struggle is so real. And it takes a toll on both parents. And let's just say it takes a toll on the kids, man. The kids see everything. Kids know when mommy, daddy's stressed. They know when mommy not working and daddy gotta take care of everything. And daddy's just trying to make it better for the kid and trying to get one over to make the kid up one. It's a lot. So you guys, coaches, teachers, do it from your heart, man. Connect with your kids. Connect with whoever you teaching. Kids, grown-ups, it doesn't matter. Whoever you teaching, you working with, let it come from the heart, man. Let it come from the heart. Understand these people. Try to talk a lot to these people to understand their background. You might help somebody more than what you can. You don't never know.
Absolutely. So, we got about 6 or 7 questions now. But how did the Brooklyn Saints end up on Netflix?
That's a good one. We had a coach, Coach Vic. He had something to do with a book, I believe, and the book had came out, and I think it did good. From what I'm hearing, it did good, and I think Netflix wanted to come out and do something, a documentary or something, some type of whatever had cause may be. But they had reached out to Vic, and he was with the Saints coaching, and they came down and they seen one of our award ceremonies, and I was hiding from the cameras. Once I seen the cameras, what's these people? Who are they? What is this about? I wasn't getting really I didn't even know it was Netflix, nothing about nothing. So I was trying to stay away from the camera. Director Rudy kept running up to me, yo, want to get you on camera? Nah, I'm good. I'm all right. Why not? Don't worry about it. And then he just came out that 2019 season, and we spoke, and I felt comfortable with him, and I told him, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. I got a story to tell. I want to see if I can help somebody out there. And besides just helping out the kids that's in front of me, obviously I want to help somebody outside of this, and let's see how far I can go. And he kept his word, man, and I tip my hat off to Rudy. Shout out to Rudy. He did wonderful things with that docuseries. He's a wonderful person. I had a lot of fun having his camera crew around me. Shout out to his camera crew, man.
Yeah, shout out to the
Every
camera
last
crew,
one of them. Julie, all of y'all. Y'all was great. I loved y'all. We ADD for life. Y'all part of the family. It was great having them around. And when I was seeing what they was doing with the cameras and it was more for the kids, I had to go for it, bro, because my thing is for the kids. So if I'm going to preach for the kids, then let's do it for the kids. And we did it for the kids. And I'm just loving the feedback we're getting from this. It's beautiful. It's priceless, bro.
Yeah. No, absolutely, man. So as we start to, obviously the series comes out, is doing well. You're getting all this recognition. We connect. Like,
Right.
did you expect all of this recognition?
Nah, I didn't. I definitely didn't. I mean, I get told a lot. Few parents that go by years by that I coach their kid, and they'll record me on their phone and show family members and come back to me like, "Yo, my family love what you're doing, and you just an exciting coach, and they wish they had a coach like you when they was playing football." I just take things like that. Oh, no doubt, thank you, appreciate it. Just keep going. I never took none of it as what's happening today with the way I coach and what I do and the love I give to the kids and showing them my passion and just opening up my own story on Netflix and letting them record me, on my downs, going to get a job and when I wasn't working and shedding tears and that was a lot, and I just did it for the kids, man, and I wanted people to see, yo, bro, because I'm Coach Gawuala don't mean I'm perfect. It don't mean I got everything in the world. I go through ups and downs like everyone else do in life. I breathe just like you. I bleed just like you. I get stressed just like you. So don't take that Netflix series and look at Gawuala on the screen thinking I'm bigger than anything. I'm not bigger than no one. I'm on the same boat as everyone else. I'm in the struggle just like you and everyone else in this world. I mean, that's what it is, man.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So just taking that energy and going to the bigger picture. During our conversation, you mentioned, and you said this on the series too, that like you didn't really care about the NFL. Like, why is that?
Not every kid gonna make it to the NFL. NFL is not for every kid, and that's not my goal. My goal is for kids to get a free education.
Free.
That's my goal. I don't. If they make it to the NFL, great. I don't care about the NFL. It's the percentage rate for a kid to make it to the NFL is very slim. It's like damn near down to 1%.
Yeah.
Why push for that? I mean, it's great for a kid to have that as his dream goal, and coaches push them. It's great for all of that. My goal and my dream thing is for a kid to get this free education.
Yeah.
You get your education, be a better person than me, be a better person than the generation that was before you.
Yeah.
That's what it means to me, man. You know what I mean? That's about coach.
I mean, that was definitely, it's definitely dope to hear that. It was refreshing to hear that. I definitely share the same mentality for kids, doing well in school, doing the right thing on and off the field.
Right.
And let's aim high, but let's also be realistic in a sense, but in the sense that let's use football. Let's not let football use us.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you got the talent, you got the gift, go get the Scally, get it done on the field,
right?
And let's get that degree.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. And the league, that's the icing on the cake. Well, we got our cake already. Yeah. But if that's for you, that's for you.
Right.
But you are right. And I know it's kind of tough for my young ones watching. It's not 3,000 NFL players.
Nah,
it's just not.
It's not.
But if you look at NCAA athletes, that number is much higher. There's many divisions you could play at.
Yes.
There's a lot of overseas football too that guys can tap into. So it's not all in America. Sometimes, I went overseas to Austria, so you could go somewhere else and get it too.
Okay.
And if you're really serious about the game and your craft and hooping or balling, wherever it takes you, my advice is take the opportunity.
And go with it.
The dollar amount may not be there, but
it's the experience.
It's the experience.
And that experience is what's priceless. You're right about this. It's not about the dollar amount, man. It's about the experience.
Absolutely, man. So now we're going to get into the high energy. Why start the ADD movement?
Why not? Why not? Any darn day, man. We had to start that movement. That ADD, man. It was just that year. We just figured we had to push it, man. It just felt like I had to push it, and I had to just start letting everybody know we ADD. Every time every year go by, parents to see my kids on the field. I always dealt with the younger kids. You know, when the young kids, they can't sit still. They always got to run around the field and, you know, doing what they doing, having fun as a kid. Because I don't consider kids being bad, man. They just being fun, stretching out, letting their energy burn.
Yeah.
You know, I used to have a parent say, there go Gawuala ADD kids. Gawuala and his ADD kids. Coach Gawuala ADD. Okay, you know what? Copy. We're going to take that, we're going to turn it into a positive.
Yeah.
We're going to make it a movement. And after this movement, we're going to let the world know what this is. So when Netflix came, they came right on time with us starting the movement of ADD. And when I seen the cameras and I accepted the cameras, I said, well, then now we're going to make this train roll because the world going to understand any darn day. We could take a negative and turn to a positive. And that was really why I really did it, just to show people, yo, bro, like, something that's negative, you can turn it into a positive, man.
Absolutely.
You know, just don't let the negativity beat you up and tear you down. It didn't tear me down to hear parents talking about his Coach Gawuala and ADD kids. Nah, it actually never bothered me.
Yeah.
And I always laughed at it when I hear, yo, Gawuala ADD. There goes Gawuala ADD kids. And, you know, his group. It never bothered me. I took it in, bro. I sucked it up and turned it into a positive and made energy out of it. And I was just energy that, whoa, I didn't expect for what I'm getting back behind it. I got people from London sending me shots, screenshots and videos, mail talking about, yo, we ADD all the way from London. You know, that's just remarkable, bro. That's just beautiful. Yeah. And the way the people is taking it, you know, you're right, man. It's any darn day, and any darn day means for anything. You pass this test in school for the young kids that's going to school and taking these tests. You pass the test, kids. Matter of fact, it's for anybody in life. Do anything positive or you do anything good. If you come through a heartache or you going through a heartache and you make it out of it, man, any darn day you made it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. That's major, man.
We always gotta be prepared.
I was shocked, man, when our first conversation, you was like, you know what? You were part of the ADD family. I was like, nah, man, this is crazy. Like, you know, and I just, God really put us together in the same room. You know, He really is shining on the both of us.
Yes.
I think our parents are sitting.
And they're dancing, having a little shot of a party, you know,
a little medalla up there, and just shooting the shit. Like, look at our boys.
Look what they doing.
Look what they doing.
We put in them with the impact they're giving out.
Absolutely,
that's
man.
A fact, bro.
So, what is your long-term goal in coaching? You have a long-term goal?
Just continue to keep coaching and continue to keep doing for these young kids out here in the streets, man, and just continue to give them love and positive and make them feel like superstars, man. That's just my long-term longevity. Hopefully, one of them will take my energy as they get older and just make it bigger than what I did. You know, just take this ADD or Coach Gawuala's hypeness and the way he coaches and do it bigger, man. Just whatever you do it big, man. If you're gonna follow my steps, go bigger than what I did, man. That's just my long-term longevity, my long-term thirsts when it comes to football and just in life, period. Anybody, man, just anybody in life. If you come across me in the streets and you know me and we chop it up, man, and you love the energy, you can take it yourself and just make it better than what you got. You know what I mean? So that's just my long life thing right there with just football and just life in general, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, like, I always like to, end it with some advice. So I want you to give advice to the coaches first. So what is some advice you can give to some other coaches?
All you coaches, just let it come from the heart, man. Let it come from the heart. A lot of coaches, we have to put our pride to the side sometimes. Try to understand these young fellas, man, these young kids, these teenagers. Try to tap into their hearts, into their souls, tap into their background, their minds, man. See where their state of mind is at. See where they at with it. Just, think about when you was their age.
Yeah.
What was you doing? And what got you to where you at now that made you a better person so you could help the next person be a better person.
Yeah.
That's just my words of wisdom to any coach out there. Just remember, everything I do and anything I do when it comes to these kids or my family, I just Gotta come from the heart, man. It has to come from the heart. Gotta be genuine. If it ain't genuine, it ain't right. And if it ain't right, man, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, what about for like the young kids out there? You know, I always like to put out a message for the youth. So what would you tell the youth out there?
The youth, man, keep going hard. Never let no one tell you you can't do nothing. Never let no one tell you you can't become anything. You can become anything in this world you feel you want to become. Whatever you feel you want to become, you can do it. Don't let no one tear you down. For every time a person throw hate your way or try to tear you down, man, put your chin up, stand 10 toes down on the floor, say we ADD and push hard, go forward. Don't let no one stop you or try to deteriorate from what you got in your mind with your heart and your dreams, man. Go forward. Don't let no one, family members, father, mother, grandfather, I don't care who it is, and don't let no one stop what you have in your heart. Go for it. Do it. If it's not successful the first time, do it again. If it's not successful, just keep going. Don't stop. Do it, man. At the end of the day, you're gonna make it happen, man. And hard work pays off.
Yeah.
Always remember, hard work pays off. Never take shortcuts. Shortcuts do not pay off. It's fun for the moment, but hard work pays off, fellas, ladies. Like youngins, take it. Do the hard work, man. It pays off. You see Coach Zoe here. He went through hard work to get where he at in life. I went through hard work to get where I'm at in life, and it's paying off. Doesn't matter how long it takes, it pays off at the end.
Yeah.
Just look for your reward and always pray to God. Always.
Absolutely. I know you got some kids playing at some pretty high levels.
Yeah.
So like,
got Justin. Justin playing right now in college, in Boston College right now, D1. We keep in touch. Keep in touch with him. Keep in touch with his cousin out in Texas. He's doing wrestling out there. You know, keep in touch with a lot of my kids. I got a kid, his family. He actually played on the Queens football team, and we used to go to Queens and play against them. Shout out to Ray and Sal and Ray out in Queens with their team. They came down and they played with us. And this kid Nico, man, he's a good kid, bro. He was a tall kid, blue eyes, blonde hair, but you couldn't tell him he wasn't part of us, bro.
Yeah.
You know, his father, Big Nico, shout out to you too. Much love to him. You know, they just seen the series and the kid shot, immediately. Coach Gawuala, Coach, congratulations. And you know, I'm got all my peoples up here watching, and I'm telling them like that was you when I was little. You know, so
yeah,
it's great, bro. Like I love to be in tune with the kids that I coach, and it makes me feel good. It keeps me staying young. You know, just to hear their success stories, knowing I did something good, man. My job was done well. You know, just to have a successful story, and not to say just because a kid went to college, it's a success story, bro. Like I got it's success stories out there also. Just because a kid gets locked up or goes behind the gate, man, don't think, coach, please don't think that that's a mistake, or don't think you failed in that kid's life, Mo. No, stay in tune with that kid.
Yeah.
Stay in tune, man. That's definitely what they're gonna need. You know, he's still a success story at the end of the day, bro.
Yeah.
You know, no matter where these kids life leads them, they still will be a success story, bro. Never take a kid and just because whatever life threw at him and he took it that way, you know, it's a fail. No, there's no failures here, man. Everything is success.
Yeah, absolutely. So when your players call you before games to get them hyped, like what would you say? Like,
oh man, it's like I said, bro. It's genuine. It's the energy they give me. They call me before game time, and the way they sounding over the phone is the energy I just pour back out, man. You know what? And just it's great, man. You know, just to have that feeling and understanding that you got kids that still would think about you and still remember the things you did for them and the excitement you had, and just to reach out to you and just to get more of it at a higher level of their life is great, bro. That's priceless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just love what I'm doing. I'm married to this coaching stuff. I'm married to the Brooklyn Saints. There's no stopping it. Like we call it in Brooklyn Saints, like we like to say, man, this train is moving. We don't got no brakes on it. It's skipping stops. It's either you get on the train with us and enjoy this ride, or you gonna get left behind, man. I say y'all get on this train and enjoy this ride.
Absolutely, man. So, thank you for coming on Conversation with Zoe. You know, easy. You know, it definitely meant a lot to me. It definitely meant a lot to the youth. This is a monumental day. You know, us. You know, the energy in this room is through the roof. You know, I won't be surprised if I don't sleep tonight. But definitely gonna watch this. Definitely look out for this. Like, subscribe, comment. Go check out We Are the Brooklyn Saints on Netflix. Definitely donate to their organization. They're doing a lot of great work for a lot of great children and impacting a lot of families. You know,
yes, takes a village.
It takes a village.
Help this village.
Help this village. So definitely, you know, tune in. You know, and get on the train or get left. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it.